session, which is the pitching. So some of you, 20 something, I don't know now the exact number will be said by Roberto Cascella. Please, Roberto, come to the floor. Roberto Cascella is head of sector at EXO, that is through the ECO project is supporting us with the organization of this event. So he will be chairing the pitching of ideas. So please, Roberto, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Good morning, everyone. So it's not going to be the main speaker of the session, but actually it's going to be you. So I really invite all the pitching presenters just to come here on the stage, because it will be a little bit fast, changing. And we received 15 pitches, and which is a very good number, so covering all the 6 topics. And the idea is to give 3 minutes for 20 for each one of you, so that just to share equal time, so I will keep the time. And there will be, of course, opportunity to ask direct questions to everyone, and then also to interact. There will be a room downstairs on the first floor where you can meet and have time also to discuss with the pitch presenters. But really the idea is to share ideas among yourself and then to build up strong consortia to really answer the calls. So I will go off the stage, and then I will invite Liliana just to come here from Gradient. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning everyone. My name is Liliana Atkinson. I'm the head of the Security and Privacy Analytics Research line at Gradient. We are a Spanish research center with a strong focus on cybersecurity. So what I'm presenting here is the idea of the Diana platform. It's based mainly on 2 pillars. On the one hand, we want to develop a toolbox that provides the capabilities for the advanced detection, protection, response, and recovery against advanced threats. This toolbox would be mainly based on AI technology, and specifically it will also cover the use of generative AI. On the other hand, we have a federated learning platform which would be used to train in a distributed manner information from the source. As you know, typically if the information shared by source, it could be sensitive. So in this way, they could all benefit from training the same models, but preserving the privacy of the data. This is a summary of what I almost told you. As you can see, we want to establish this federated learning platform and generate CTI. And regarding the tools, you can find here tools for the threat detection, including anomaly detection, user and entity behavior analytics, which models the behavior of entity and users in order to detect anomalies, process mining, and even also other techniques such as forensics and biometrics. We also include tools for sharing CTI, and we include a part of privacy regarding data anonymization and encrypted and non-encrypted pets. And of course, vulnerability management and also other kind of tools for mitigating the threats. In the consortium, it's just us, but we would like to join another consortium. I only want to mention that we work with high TRL, so in case you like this idea or you think that any of the tools that are listed here could bring value to your consortium, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liliana. Perfect on time. So I invite Klaus Finke-Konen from Binalize. Please, Klaus.
Mein Name ist Klaus-Peter Finke-Herkönen. Ich komme ursprünglich aus Philadelphia, aber ich wohne jetzt in Finland. German is my first language. I'm here representing Team Binalize from Estonia. We were established in 2018 in Estonia. It's our company registration number. The reason I'm here, we're looking for partners to work with large global corporations who've invested in Binalize and trust us for NIS2 incident compliance, specifically related to cyber hygiene, cyber incident handling, and cyber incident reporting. At the top, you see some of our investors. Deutsche Bank, for example, OpenOcean is based in Finland, and what we're doing is, the reason they've invested in this We're delivering a forensically sound approach to cyber incident handling. I'll also be delivering a more detailed pitch on March 22nd in Germany, in Bochum, Germany, as well. So automating forensics and security operations center. How did we get here? Well, we participated in the Lockhart project, which was led by some researchers working with law enforcement. We traditionally have a legacy and experience working in law enforcement, and we demonstrated that our technology could be used for cross-border applications for cyber crime fighting on the Lockhart project. Through the ECHO project, which was led by our good friend Wim at the Royal Military Academy, we learned that in order to be compliant for NIS2 with the transposition coming up, it's absolutely essential we have an excellent trusting relationship with all the NCCs in all EU countries. Our certifications, again, we're Estonian. All the records on the company and the shareholders are in the public records in Estonia. There's a QR code, and we're looking for partners to work with open information threat sharing, because the 72-hour requirement for the sharing of IOCs under NIS2 requires automation. So we're seeking partners to work on that. And you can scan the QR code, and my email is klaus@binalize.com, and I'll be here all day, including all day tomorrow, to meet with any prospective partners. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Klaus, for your time. So it's a pleasure to introduce you, Jürgen Kreutz from SECAS IT.
Yeah, good morning everyone. My name is Jürgen Kreutz. I'm the CEO of XaaS Enterprise, and our brand is Security as a Service.IT. It's not Italian, we're German, but it's for the IT. And we are mainly working in the field of small and medium-sized enterprises. They are part of the critical infrastructure, mainly in Germany at the moment. And we're supporting them in governance and also providing tools in cybersecurity. And as we were working with our clients, they are now facing a lot of issues in the governance side and also in the cybersecurity side, because as everybody knows, that's the reason why we're here. Cybersecurity is currently a very, very high issue and very, very intense. And so we started last year to put all our knowledge into a software, which starts with a prism for ISO. This is very, okay. You can find the presentation later on the platform. But the first part of the tool that we're providing is a ISO implementation, ISO 27000 implementation tool, supporting small and medium-sized enterprises to implement an ISMS very easily. And then based on this, we're continuing up to the last module that we're preparing to an AI SOC. There we're supporting companies to reduce the effort of Security Operations Center and reduce the staff needed for running an appropriate SOC. And the stack of the technology that we're using is also, so we're following the NIS2 framework, and we have implemented, or we have also used some of our technology stack that we already use, like an XDR or a Deep Explorer, which is a regressive pen testing tool, and we use this especially in critical infrastructure companies. And the consortium that you can see on the bottom, this is the companies that are currently working with us, specialized in AI, specialized in those toolings, and we put that together so that small and medium-sized enterprises are able to face those issues in the future. And this is not an idea, this is already running. We do have a pilot running with a critical infrastructure company, a hospital in a metropolitan region in Germany. And we are going to implement all of those modules until mid of next year. So we want to have an AI SOC running as a beta version by latest March, but summer next year, so that we can have this running in hospitals. As you might know, hospitals are currently very, very often attacked in Germany. Every day we receive a new attack on hospitals. And that's the reason why we're doing this. I'll be here the whole day. Thanks very much. And happy to get in touch with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jürgen. Let me check whether there is a Mile Pecnik. Okay, Mile. Yeah, thanks. I didn't see you. So Mile is coming from some apartments, please.
Thank you and good morning. So as said, I represent today a German cybersecurity company called Sama Partners, and we are trying to answer the call on enabling tech for SOC. I think most people today, when they think about even take for stocks, they think mostly about AI, and the idea is to start from this virtuous relation between AI and CTI, so basically AI enabling more CTI collection and analysis, and then virtuous feedback from CTI to AI, which is basically those new data that we're going to collect are going to be fed in AI models that are going to be relevant for cybersecurity. But at some partners, we believe that relationships are great, but 3 ways are better. So we want to add a third partner into the mix, basically, which is cyber deception. And basically, where our idea is that deception makes both AI and CTI collection analysis better. And ultimately, we want to be able to build something that we like to call a deception range, which is basically a cyber range not for training and simulation, but for deception and CTI collection, and basically CTI elicitation, which is the main idea here. But just to argue why it is good to add cyber deception to the mix of AI and CTI for that project. AI can intervene throughout the deception chain, basically, for fake data generation that is hard to detect, an optimal dynamic environment that you can dynamically tailor to the adversary characteristic and behavior, but also, of course, for automated analysis, for real-time reactivity, and later on for in-depth analysis that will feed back into all of your CDI functions. But I think the key idea that brings us to add deception to the mix here is basically the ability to use this as an ideal environment for CDI collection. So cyber deception should not be sold just as a way to divert, distract, slow down your opponent, but to observe your opponent in an ideal observation environment and to experiment and play with your adversary, basically. So not only you can do live action monitoring instead of forensic-based monitoring, not only you have timely and relevant information by construction because it's information about somebody attacking you right now, but not only it is safe, not only you can prevent evidence erasure, but you can also basically prompt your adversary into revealing behavior that is high up on the POP, on the pyramid of pain, that is more relevant. So basically you have an environment that is not just for observation, but for experimentation. And I'm going to finish by just presenting the company very quickly. So we have already said that the market is dominated by Israeli and American companies. So what we want to do is, with basically have 2 companies, Cybertrap in Austria, which is great for monitoring ability with dynamic deception. And we have a company in UK, so technically no longer in the EU, that is great for ML-driven gamified deception, but no longer part of the EU and pretty small pretty young at this stage. So we want to be the first company to combine dynamic deception with advanced CTI collection environment. And we're open to collaboration with the public sector. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ryan. So I invite on the stage Grigore Stamatescu from TÜV Austria.
Hello. So, our project idea is related to establishing a cross-border energy stock with the AI-enhanced cognitive and real-time capabilities. That's the headline. So how did we got here physically and with this idea? So as a context, TÜV Austria Romania was founded in 2007. It is by now quite a medium-sized company, so 20 million turnover and 160 employees. It's part of the TÜV Austria group, where we also have some resources regarding cybersecurity, especially a SOC in Germany. And our profile regarding the cybersecurity portfolio is mostly related now to cybersecurity audits, ISO 27001 certification and training, and quite a large portfolio of customers, especially in Romania. So public authorities, energy companies, and also critical infrastructure operators. Regarding research and innovation, so we are by now part of 2 research projects, Horizon projects. The first one is not relevant to this audience, at least. It was concerning food safety. But we are finalizing this year a large European undertaking concerning cybersecurity platform development for energy system. It's called Electron. And from Electron, we can get AI technologies like anomaly detection, like federated learning, prediction on encrypted data, and many other elements that have been developed and are currently under validation to deploy in such kind of a digital euro proposal. Our role here is especially for regulation and policy making, so we have spent quite some time of going through the wave of regulation in the past 2 years, and we try also to bridge the technical part with the regulatory environment. For the call, so I have extracted here a few points from the call description regarding our potential contribution. I will not go through them. However, I would emphasize the ENISA Artificial Intelligence Cybersecurity Research Report, because we believe that we can also fill some gaps relating to low latency computation, modeling and data availability, which are highlighted here through this project proposal. Finally, the proposal will be related to, as I said, to establish a cross-border energy SOC. We can rely on several partners, especially MSSP, tools and service providers, and supporting roles from academia, end users. We have a good connection to EISAC as well. And we are open to discuss along these lines. I don't know exactly the timing, but I think it's our time.
That's perfect time. Thank you so much, Grigor. So I invite to stage Theodor Prikop from Sourceline. Please, Theodor. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Theodor, and I'm here today on behalf of Sourceline, a new Romanian cybersecurity startup. I'm excited to tell you more about how our team is reimagining data access protection for SMEs and consumers alike. So, what is sensitive data? Everybody has their opinion on this, but our research showed that many individuals still store sensitive data on their local endpoints. These could be documents regarding clients, financial results, confidential research, or perhaps even the user's private information. This is not a problem in itself, but it soon becomes one when these documents are not being stored securely. So, next question is, who can see my data? This is hard to answer since regular users don't usually keep track of what runs on their computer. Are my confidential files only accessed by me, or are they accessed and exfiltrated out of the organization while I leave my laptop unattended? The main takeaway is that we often just don't know and probably don't care, but that is until a malicious actor breaks into our digital life. So, what is our solution? To solve this problem, we are proposing a cybersecurity solution that leverages the power of AI in order to separate valid user actions from background tasks. Our agent filters all file accesses, only allowing valid ones that are initiated by human action. All other accesses to sensitive data are being revoked, thus ensuring zero trust protection. If we spark your interest, please visit demo.sourceline.ro. The URL is not shown here, unfortunately. In order to watch a video recording of a ransomware attack scenario and experience how our solution enables the protection of your sensitive data. We are eager to hear your feedback in the networking session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Theodor. I think this is just also we have other events that I'm going to introduce later in the afternoon that are more also for companies, for ideas. But thanks a lot for showing up here. So there is, we move to the next block of presentation pitch. There is George from Suciu from Beria Consulting. Please, George, on stage. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So it would appear I'm the only one in this session, but yeah, short about Beria. We have good experience in cyber physical security. You can see we started in '91 and up to this year we are around 100 people. Most of us are engineers and strong background in telecommunication, IoT and telemetry security. So some experience related to this call are awareness rising, and we are also part of Digital Innovation Hub and even European Digital Innovation Hub. So we have experience in open calls, so cascading funding, financial support to third parties. Also, we have good contacts to manufacturers of products which have digital components. So, some partners in Romania, we work a lot with academia, with different universities, also with critical infrastructure operators, with law enforcement, and first responders. We are also members of different associations and organizations. Also, here is a list of different projects that we have experience on. You can see some projects are on the security for energy, then a lot of projects on smart cities as well. I would maybe highlight the project Rhythms. There is also Apostolov from the project in the room, so it's about cyber-physical security of stolen artifacts, cultural goods, or maybe the FlexiCross project where we work with border police of Romania, Moldova, and Greece. Going further, we just been awarded a digital ECCC project called ECI Bridge. So it's about strengthening the synergies between the defense and civilian cybersecurity. There's also some partners in the room, like SafeTech and the coordinator is the University of Maritime University of Constanța. So last but not least, we work also a lot in the agri-food sector, and there are also some other projects listed here. So, thank you.
Thank you. So we move to the next block of presentation. So I invite you on stage Mike and Enzo from Eclipse Foundation. So the idea is to cover the compliance here. Please.
Hi. My name is Enzo, and with my colleague Mikel, we work together for a non-profit organization called the Eclipse Foundation, where we do open source software and we help organizations to do so. Together, we designed something called an SME open source compliance kit for the CRA. Why, you may ask? Because we think open source will be the biggest challenge for SMEs when it comes to complying with the CRA. Why, again, you may ask? Because 99%, up to 99% of components of digital products in the EU are made of open source components. 80 to 90% of digital products in the EU have open source components. And if companies were to pay for open source components, it would represent up to 8.2 trillion of euros. And we believe, therefore, that this will be the biggest struggle for SMEs when complying with the CRA.
So why is that? If you look at how software are developed today from a very high level, you have SMEs having some developers writing source code, building that and transforming that into binaries to deliver to their customers. But nobody develops software from scratch. So everybody depends on off-the-shelf component. And as Enzo just said, most of them are open source today, 99% of them. And when you start bringing open source, bringing other components, you actually bring a lot of dependencies, a very large and deep dependency tree. So that's what you need to assess if you want to comply with CRA.
Now, if you take a use case of what was just explained right now by Mikel, this is an actual open source component, and you will see what Mikel just described, all the dependencies that you have. So you might think, okay, but that's for a very large open source component that is used by everyone. Well, no, actually it's just 4 lines of code and you have all these dependencies, and that's where the struggle is going to be. So you might think, okay, but that's for a small open source component that not really everyone uses. Well, not really. It's 10 million of downloads per week. So that's where the struggle is going to be, and therefore we're sort of concluding together that there is no SME that can actually comply with the CRA by itself without assessing all those open source components. So what's the solution?
So we are proposing some SME compliance toolkit made by open source experts, so the Eclipse Foundation and its consortium, and to offer that at free of charge. So the goal with this toolkit is, if you have to comply with the CRA today, you have to do about 2 things. So comply with the requirements and write the implementation. If you don't have any toolkit, you have to assess about all your dependencies. With the toolkit, you have already automation that gives you an answer for most of your dependencies, and then you can focus on improving the cybersecurity of your product by focusing on where the issues are. And then the documentation can be generated automatically from there, and the SMEs can have a CRA compliant product much faster and much more cost effective.
So then, how are we going to do it? The idea is that we build a consortium that is powered by SMEs, where SMEs contribute to building the tools, but also SMEs help with the use cases, because that's how you're going to do it. What open source component SMEs actually using in Europe? Second, disseminate and communicate about this tool, because we can build the tool, but if no SMEs across Europe, in Romania, in Italy, in Czech Republic is using it, well, it's not really a success. And then third of all is how we're going to do this with the NCCs, so that first we also work grassroots, but we're also sure that this aligns with the way the CRA is implemented. So if you want to discuss this with us, we're going to be here all day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Michael. So I invite on stage Adrian, I think, from Cyberops. Yeah, yeah, you need it.
I need only one slide. Hello. Thank you for the opportunity to present to ECC for organizing the event. My name is Adrian Fried and I'm a system engineer. In '96, I asked my parents for $100K to bring internet to a small county in Romania. Grant was not approved. Today I'm taking an even more big challenge is by actually shifting from effort to performance and ensuring the cyber resilience of Europe. We all know the deficiency. We know that some of the processes are not working as they should. Lack of capabilities, lack of workforce, both technical, human. And what we offer is a platform and the capabilities to take decisions based on data and actually bringing critical thinking into the system. The shift allows factfulness and actually brings those who have the power of decision to take decisions on actually what's going on in real time. We plan to bring gamification, also automating the compliance with regulations such as DORA, NIS, TIBER, and although we are new to the market, we are NIS accredited auditors, the company is also accredited, and we have more than 1,000 of engagements in penetration testing and TIBER EU engagements for operators of essential services and critical networks. It's very hard speaking here on stage. I'm the most extrovert from my team. The rest are even more technical, but together with you, I hope we can find a way to put it into practice. The platform is live, and I'm waiting for questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Adrian. I appreciate it. I invite on stage Antonio Munoz from Zebo. Please, Antonio.
Thank you. Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. It's clear, right?
Yes.
Any idea?
Yeah, that's.
Even better.
So maybe what we can do, we can see whether we can try to fix him in time, and then we can go to the next one, Antonio. It's, I mean, there are sometimes some interoperability issues with the platform. So we'll try to see what we can do, and I invite then maybe Patricia, and then we can call you back later.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. So there is Patricia Schild. Please, Patricia. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Patricia Shields, I'm the CEO of CyberCert Labs. We're on a mission to build AI-enabled software to guide SMEs and micro-SMEs through every step of the process and their journey to compliance with the CRA. Our proposal is to cover the entire CRA life cycle and to try to address the problem statements of SMEs and micro-SMEs like complexity and cost. We propose to build an AI workflow engine. The workflow engine will follow this process here in this visual, and will have an AI co-pilot at its core to guide SMEs through their compliance journey. We plan to integrate with other systems to provide those capabilities, vulnerability management, secure coding, pen testing platforms. We are going to do API integrations with them. The system will produce the necessary documentation such as software bill of materials and risk assessment results. We want to disseminate information and educate the market, and we plan to do this through a readiness assessment questionnaire, and this will be phase 1 of our project. I have a little prototype here of what we've built so far, and this is just to show you how it would work. So you can choose from manufacturer, importer and distributor, and the SME will go in and fill in some high-level information on their products and their company. This will give us information so that we can have some market analysis to inform the product design. They'll be taken through a series of questions related to risk assessment, security by design, vulnerability handling, and you can see here they're just filling in the questions. Also, they'll get a documentation checklist which will allow them to see what documents they have and what documents they need to get. The questions is about 60 questions. They all come from the CRA text, and we've just broken them down into bite-sized chunks. They'll get to review their answers, submit email, and they will get a comprehensive report from us giving them a high-level view where they stand in relation to the sections, and also some nice graphs and charts that they can use within their businesses to plan and to get budget and to actually, start working on CRA early. You see there we have some recommendations and links to other resources. So we plan to build this software this tool for free and offer it for free and translate it into different European languages. But this is not the software that we will be building, just to be sure that you know. So we're building a strong consortium, and CyberCert Labs will be the lead in the consortium, and we're responsible for building the CRA compliance platform. Refracted Security is a Belgian company, and they will be the API interface for vulnerability management, and we will also have secure coding platform integrations with Protostars. NRD will be a test customer, and they have 2 products that are in scope for the CRA, so they will be a good real-world case for us to learn from. And then we have a gap in our consortium, and we think there would be a great collaboration with CABs or labs, testing facilities, just to learn their part of the process and see if the software can provide some benefits to them.
Thank you so much, Patricia. I appreciate it. And we'll move to the next block, and then after we'll call Antonio at the end with the PDF slides. So I invite on stage Luca Boldrin from InfoCert. And he's going to present his proposal idea for the ECQ industry. Yeah, you can see it.
Thank you.
I represent here InfoCert. InfoCert is a trust service provider. I guess most of you are familiar with the concept of trust services. This is just some numbers of InfoCert, which is a European provider of trust services, which offices around Europe, headquartered in Rome. Well, trust services is something which is regulated in Europe by the EIDAS regulation, which you're familiar with, and it includes a set of things, a set of services, all of which are based on cryptography. Namely, you have this is the new version of EIDAS, which is going to be approved this year. There's a previous version, 2014. In the new version, there's a strong focus on identity. You are probably familiar with the concept of European identity wallet, which is a new thing. But there are a set of other trust services which are much more established, like electronic signature, electronic seal, long-term preservation, registered delivery services, website authentication certificates, and the like. So the point is that all of this stuff is based on cryptography. And as of the state of the art, they're based on standard cryptography, meaning elliptical or RSA. Now there's a strong effort to move forward to the next thing, which using the algorithms which have already been, selected and implemented by NIST selection, And we are in the process, there are many standard organizations which are working on how to bring the new algorithms into the old formats. Since you know there's a problem of formats for the signature, etc., which must be respected. One of these is ETSI. They have a working group on cyber PSQ, and ESI, which is Electronic Signature Initiatives. And what's going to happen is that we'll have, in the end, this set of services, which will be certainly strongly implemented, affected by the change of the cybersecurity primitives. What we aim to do is to take a few of them, especially we are looking at long-term archiving and digital signature, and bring them, well, there are already standard algorithms there, bring them in the industrial production. And the idea is to do that within some specific area, which will be the financial areas. Long-term archiving was selected because it does not need strong standardization. While digital signature is much wider, but it needs standardization. So we will experiment in both areas. What we will do is that we will implement these standards and we'll pilot applicability, especially in financial. So what we are looking now is, are there any other trust services provider which are willing to experiment on related trust services, first. Second, is there someone else from the finance industry? We have strong connection with Italian finance industry, which will be part of the game. If there are other players, please show up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luca. So I'm back on stage, Rob Jones from No ID Solutions. Please, Rob. Thanks.
Good afternoon. Right. Good afternoon. I'm Robert Jones, CEO and founder of a company called No ID, and we're generating and creating a project anyway, so it's not related to funding, which is email server software for a cyber world. So it has built into it cybersecurity. It's integrated with chat and other social media, which has nothing to do with cybersecurity per se. But we're particularly interested in working on this email server level so we can actually fix some of the problems that cause cybersecurity in itself. Okay. Now, we are a team of people who've been around for too long, probably. And some of us have been involved, like myself, in cybersecurity before it had a name. So this is, to get cybersecurity, you used to just be happy. We have a vision, which is to take secure email, encrypted email if you like, which is something that's used by a very small number of people today, large organizations particularly, it's expensive, technical, and turn it into something the other way around, so that everybody has it. It's the de facto way of doing it. As we're integrating with secure social media, it's a simple step forward. But whilst we're doing it, we want to get quantum involved, because that's a threat to everything. Now I'm going to skip the bit about the stats and some of the problem. We're all in this room aware of most of that. But essentially, quantum is going to simply pour petrol on the existing cybersecurity problem that involves email. It's going to make it a lot worse. But what we're doing is working on a solution for our own requirements, which is to do with the exchange of encrypted communication data. So we're in an ideal position to add quantum to that. So for us, it's simply something else to do as part of delivering our product. Now, we're already working with a whole bunch of different people in Europe and further afield. We're active in Silicon Valley for various reasons to do with our accelerator. And I'm here to talk to anybody who has information about quantum. And I have questions for you. So first one, just show of hands please. Who is actively involved in quantum technology in the room? Anybody? One? Right. Oh, yes, we have some more. Shy ones at the back. I'm particularly interested in anybody actually involved in creating the threat, which might seem a strange question, but somebody must be. Because what I want to know is, when can I give you a kilobyte of encrypted data that you can break. I've yet to meet anybody, but I need it. So one of the things I'm trying to do today is meet people with quantum. We can talk about this, look at the slides later. And CTI data, because we're going to be generating this stuff. We have ports on servers that collect lots of data about threats that are floating around all the time. We want to sell it and we want to share it. So anybody interested in that, please talk to me. Now I'm here today, tonight, and tomorrow. Tonight, any meetings will involve Romanian wine and beer, and the meetings tomorrow will reflect that. But please, grab hold of me and let's talk about anything that you think might be relevant. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rob. Okay, so this completes the session, so we can give the mic to Mario Trinchera from Avila. So this is a pitch linked to the call about standard post-quantum crypto. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mario Trinchera. I am the Chief Information Security Officer in EBILAB. EBILAB is the Innovation and Research Center for the bank. It is a satellite of the Italian Banking Association. It is a consortium with a wide community of banks and IT companies. I need a brief introduction to clarify the context in which the idea of this speech was born. EBILAB manages also the Italian financial CERTFIN. In the CERTFIN I cover the role of technical coordinator. CERTFIN is a public-private initiative created and currently co-governed by Italian Banking Association and Bank of Italy. CERTFIN provides a lot of services to financial community, but basically we can say that the main goal is to raise the cyber resilience of the whole financial sector, monitoring the continuous emerging threats and digital fraud. Well, the idea our idea is to create a methodology for the financial entities, I mean for the whole financial sector, useful to prepare, plan and execute a migration process to quantum-safe systems with a specific focus for the payment systems. The methodology should be address the key topics like how to complete an effective quantum discovery, crypto discovery, how to complete a crypto inventory, how to define a quantum threat model, and essential things, how to build a crypto-agile infrastructures. We are looking for partners interested to contributing in this idea, in this methodology. Feel free to contact us just for a first discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mario. And so the next presenter is Bogdan Kaliciobanu from University Polytechnic of Bucharest. So it's more linked to the call transition to post-quantum crypto. Please, Bob.
Yep. Hello everyone, I'm Bogdan and I represent the quantum technologies team from University Polytechnic of Bucharest. In our team, everyone comes from a computer science background, and we believe that that is a huge advantage for us in the realms of quantum communications and quantum computing. We are leading the consortium of RONA QCI, the Romanian National Quantum Communication Infrastructure. Behind this consortium, there are 30 partners, not only from academia, but also from national agencies, services and private stakeholders. We believe that RONA QCI is a huge project, not only for Romania, as it will develop the largest terrestrial quantum key distribution network throughout Europe. RONA QCI is also part of the larger EUQC initiative, which aims to build a continental QKD network between most of the member states. It is becoming increasingly obvious that quantum technologies will become a cornerstone of modern secure communications. And I say that not only judging by the huge interest that the United States and China has in this area, which are the main players in quantum technologies, but also from the fact that there are security guarantees by the laws of physics, not by the mathematical hardness of some problem. Now, regarding our team, last year we have started the first quantum-related master's program in partnership with IBM Romania, ChartSign, Bitdefender, Dex Online, and Roid.net. We are very proud of this achievement as there are very few such programs around the world. We have also started doing training sessions in basic quantum knowledge, and we have held the first session in December last year with over 50 participants. Now, regarding the practical achievements of our team, we have deployed the first QKD network in Polytechnica. We have used this network to perform the first unconditionally secure file transfer in Romania using one-time pad and QKD, and we have also performed the first video conference over a post-quantum channel enhanced by QKD. Now we are open to collaboration, and then your expertise in quantum technologies on any call, not only the transition to post-quantum. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, thanks to Daniel and Dragos, we recovered the slides of Antonio in PDF, so we're going to switch to the other presentation. So Antonio, they should show up soon.
Now switching to English, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll move, right? Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you very much. And hello, everyone. My name is Antonio, and I'm actually the founder and CEO at CIPO, which is a technology company based out of Spain. At CIPO, we are coming today looking for partners to develop a tool to simplify and automate CRA compliance. So we are in that particular category. At CIPO, we are experts in developing cutting-edge technology, typically very user-friendly as well as accessible, to empower European SMEs to remain not only compliant with regulations, but also aware of the risks in the cyberspace. So we are here to build or to find partners that can help us build a successful consortium so that we can develop a tool to help SMEs be CRA compliant. How can we contribute to the consortiums? There are three main areas that are where we are experts. The first one is the training material, the second one is the technology automation, the last one is the European dissemination or the experience with dissemination throughout the European SME network. When it comes to training material, just to mention that we are experts in the development of training material specifically targeted to SMEs, and also our learning methodologies is a bit precise and is based in a unique learning by doing methodology, which tend to be less intrusive and effective for SMEs in particular, as well as specialists in digesting regulations to make those accessible and understandable for SMEs. When it comes to technology automation, we have built automated compliance tool to guarantee alignment with existing regulations already, such as ISO, SOC, etc. And also we have automated pen testing tools to complement the whole process with the regulations. We have finally experience with those European SMEs. We work closely with large networks throughout Europe, as well as with global partners that can help us bring the product to the SMEs, which should be the main goal. Last but not least, the status of our consortium and what capabilities are we looking for. First, we haven't identified any partner yet, so happy to join any other in the room and build a successful consortium. We build in teams, we believe in building teams and not just to go alone. We would love to have partners that have a solid understanding of CRA compliance, even though it's still not out there, as well as experience in validating training material and introduction to key parties throughout the European network to make this a successful opportunity. So that's all. Thank you very much, and looking forward to connecting.
Thank you so much, Antonio. So this concludes the pitch presentation. We have a room actually downstairs, the Florida room, so please stay here because there is still another session, and there will be later opportunity to interact with the pitch presenters. The slides will be also available afterwards, after the event. Thank you so much all for